Crew's map pick and Team Liquid have decided to start on the attack side as we kick things off. I'm seeing a molly from Link right away. That is some early util usage.
Straight into A main here. Nobody here on the other side from Crew to greet it. A couple of bits of utility to slow things down. keznit actually going to be tucked up on top site here, but no contact even found just yet, Mitch.
These smokes are really covering the distance on the way through. Out goes the Chamber, but it's a bait for keznit, who's now undetected. Great first kill, and his teammates are rallying over to help him. The players on site trapped. Oh, that dash! It didn't quite work out. The numbers don't end up in Team Liquid's favor just yet, and with Link being rushed down, this round's looking like it's done unless Jamppi's got a big clutch.
74 HP, upgrades to a Ghost here. We'll have his fault line back online, but we'll retrieve the old orb for the time being now. But again, with where that spike is, it's so difficult to dig out here, and whether or not Crew are going to overstep the mark and even give him a freebie on the way in.
God, look, they're literally triple peeking him. A tower of players ready to take him down. And Jamppi's not going to take that fight just yet. Create a little bit more uncertainty as he moves around in towards the spawn, and nobody's checking it just yet. Nobody's checking it, but here we go. Okay, eventually Mazino turns an eye, walks in, claims the first round for Crew.
And wait and see if they find some success.
I do think for Liquid in that round, they run right into the stun immediately, and that just slows the pace so much, which is something they're relying on.
It's a basic default.
Oh, absolutely, it is, of course. Yeah, I guess maybe hoping that in the pistol round it wouldn't come through, but yeah, chances of that are pretty damn low. It's stunned up and then gunned up. When you look at Crew with 1-0 to play with, they're obviously getting themselves a nice comfy old buy, plenty of rifles and ranged weapons along with the Spectres. And your Team Liquid, a couple of kills would be fantastic. Hard to come by, but Scream's been offered one on a silver platter.
Really punished there, actually, with the smoke covering the cross. He hasn't had no clue that Scream was even that close just yet, but things will slow down now, whether or not I think we can find anything on the back of that. Mazino actually going to wall off into tower here.
Make noise if he drops down, of course they'll hear him.
I mean, no progress towards site either, so they're actually considering the rotation already. There's no pressure towards A either. I mean, full control here under NagZ.
Yeah, it's that utility covering off Dish. It's going to give them a little bit of an advanced warning once they start to make it up. To be honest, though, considering especially that it's soulcas there, he can get onto that site so quickly.
I mean, they're going to expect it, for sure.
They hear it. And they're waiting. They're going to blitz this together. Oh, no, someone's being detected by it. That's a little bit of a mistake. And now you're going to have that player NagZ staring right at them. soulcas already taken down. The rest of these players, well, they're just swarmed by Spectres. Nicely handled by Crew. And this is exactly how you want to start things off. Just
put the Spectres to work in the early rounds. Liquid actually 4 light shields across the board. This could get interesting here, Mitch.
They're crunching north side. Look at this. Nivera's all alone, and he's got his utility covering it, but Crew are going for a 4-man crunch. He's dead immediately. Oh, that rifle! soulcas needs to get out of there. That's not a fight you can be struggling like that in. It's time to hightail it to the other side of the map. They'll pick up the spike on their way, but Crew got complete control. They know what's going on.
That's the most influential kill to find as well. When Liquid are just creeping towards the setup. And now this is where we put to test, right? The recovery factor in this round. soulcas tagged up very low. Klaus will catch the audio cue there, and keznit's actually pretty close by. Oh, he just gets caught.
That's an awkward dash.
Jamppi, what?
I don't know how he gets away with a double there. Stun coming in towards the site, and, well, they're covered up from the flames, so nice and easy. They're going to get that plant down. Hold on, tells it goes running through. That was a bit of a solo play. I'm not sure I can get behind that one.
Should be in the bag now. Jamppi actually looking for the ace. After 18 HP, whether or not he's going to risk throwing away another rifle here, but NagZ on the way back in. I think he's just going to commit to try and find an exit through main. I mean, it would be good. With how this round's gone here, you got to look at the bigger picture here and whether or not you can remove any of these weapons at all. But a nice hit on the way in, honestly. I mean, nothing particularly special, nothing with any sort of flair on the way in. But this is the sort of thing, right? Is not being, I guess, tilted after that first kill. And Liquid stabilizing it. Winning out round, they absolutely should. Obviously.
Liquid, they get their round on. They only lose the one player right at the very start, but here's where Crew get the weapons out. And the operator for keznit, it's already taken a skull. That's nuts.
Down towards B main, and it's Nivera again. It's what they will anticipate is the late round piece here for Liquid, and they should be able to get a good indicator that the Liquid are stacked up outside. Actually, the fault line comes through. The Rolling Thunder sent in response as well, but Crew have given up sight.
Yeah, what a good round to play retake. These guys are now stacked up, ready with 4 players to blitz back in pretty much immediately before Liquid have even got the spike down. But these smokes are keeping them back for a moment. They're going to use utility to push them out of the corner. Jamppi getting tagged up. Scream is down. That Blade Storm still dancing around looking for heads as Klaus picks up another. The Team Liquid side is dwindling. They need a hero to step it up, and it's not going to be soulcas. Link left alive on 70 HP. 4 kills to win this one, and the defuse, well, he can't even deny it.
Yeah, no way back in at all for Link. So clean there. And I mean, initially after the first blood, you look at it, it's like they haven't played that deep away from sight, but then within 2 or 3
pistol round that they played, using NagZ as a bait, knowing that if they see NagZ, they're not going to expect keznit to be tucked in. Having those little ideas already makes me so happy because they are clearly prepared on this map, but NagZ was not prepared for that.
No, Link with the full run and gun there will find the headshot. Yeah, and that unfortunately will be sight. It's obviously tucked away with this operator now in a pretty tricky position to find value actually on the way back in. The spike plant late enough here where everybody from Crew's, they're already ready. They have so much time on this retake.
Oh, Mazino with a good kill, but again, Jamppi, same position, and a double kill comes through. That keeps them with control over main. It keeps their flank secure because he can go back and watch it even if you lose Nivera, which wouldn't happen. And then he had all his utility to work with as well.
Of weakness to exploit here. As you come through the force here for Crew, Nivera this time stands strong, will find the first blood in response to the previous round. Yeah, kind of a desperation swing there.
soulcas is just continuing on forward, making sure that smoke is clear. They'll grab a plant. It's a tough enough round for Crew because when you start this out, I wasn't really expecting them to go for the buy the way they did to invest. Then they rolled the dice, play a little bit more aggressive, and on the back of that, I mean, the B side is lost almost immediately. Fighting back in here even is, I mean, like, look at what they've got.
No way.
Well,
exactly, yeah. I mean, they've got to consider kind of cutting their losses here. NagZ's still not up to that tour de force either, so again, you look at the 2 tools that Crew have to kind of offset this economy, offset some of these purchases, and they're not there right now. This will actually be a big boom for Liquid, actually. Give them a nice cushion, and Scream actually does have his Blade Storm line. Nivera should have his tour de force as well, so well, you could argue 1 or 2 rounds in hand here, even if they lose out the next 2.
Yeah, I mean, they're 1 away from every ult right now, with the exception of Scream.
Yeah, the tendency is to try and, I guess, buffer out what they are bringing in, but it looks like he's going to try and a little bit aggressive towards Arcade here. Not sure if he was spotted on the swing. He's unnoted as of yet. Still punished. soulcas quick with it there. Couldn't even TP away.
Right into 3 players. You know, someone was going to hit that shot, weren't they? Scream starting to make his way in towards Heaven. They're going to easily clear this out, have control. Maybe not so easily. soulcas going down.
That's giving up a weapon as well, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, Delvik's got the upgrade.
Yeah, that was
the orbital strike.
Did he push through a smoke as well?
Right there. He pushed all the way here, next to where Delvik's did.
And that smoke's only just faded, so he went right through that. Look, a risky play. One that hasn't paid off this time around, at least. Still plenty to work with for Team Liquid. Rolling Thunder, if this really gets out of hand, and it looks like it might just. Scream's already gone. They're on the site. They're starting the defuse. That's an early Rolling Thunder coming out, and Nivera even got caught in it. And they can buy a little bit more time and even get that orbital strike down. Time. Oh, no, that's a lot of damage for keznit. I thought he was going to go down to it. Couple of kills for Team Liquid. They bought enough time here and won the round, but it certainly wasn't as clean, and it was a lot more costly than they wanted it to be.
I mean, finally now with a full purchase, at least full shields and rifles across the board. A couple of gaps in utility though. I
mean, you look at Team Liquid, Nivera, obviously, he's popped his ultimate, so they've plenty to back them up. I do like that trap, but it's supposed... Oh, no!
Oh,
he only just put the trap down! NagZ is able to take 2! A third going in the hands of Klaus, and... Okay, well, they're maybe overfacing a small bit, but that's because keznit was here to help out. Through the smoke, okay. Very nicely handled by KRU.
When that starts happening, other than finding a first kill, but I wouldn't even call that aggressive. It's so deep. Outside B main with the operator pick I'm talking about. Obviously, the bonus round push onto bridge is one that you could look at, but I'm worried in some of these buy rounds now that if Liquid are thrown a curveball, what do?
Well, that's it. I think that's where Liquid kind of have that weakness is when it comes to you don't look at this roster and go, oh, there's the Angel, there's the Boaster, you know? Like it is something that you'll struggle a bit more to adapt because you have to, you know, play to the whole team and how you're working with. But coming out of a pause, that's where I think Team Liquid gain a whole lot of advantage because you've just had that chat with Sliggy for a minute. He's gone over all the problems that they've had, and now it looks like Team Liquid's idea is to play super defaulty, hold for aggression, and push up towards B.
They're almost anticipating it. They're literally anticipating KRU eventually to start digging a little deeper, but they're well equipped here. I mean, the wall comes through so late in A main. Yes, obviously Scream shows presence to break it, but still actually 3 members of KRU committed towards A, I guess on the back of Sentinel utility trying to anchor towards B, but 30 seconds left now.
They know there's at least 3 players here from the utility that's gone down. Team Liquid are giving it away. It's the B site they want to push, and NagZ got caught. Not able to get the shot off with his operator. Rolling Thunder, though, going to delay a little bit. They made it safely into the back of the site. Look who's running on through. Keznit and Klaus both go down, but they're trying to run down the clock. KRU might be able to win this on time. They just need to stop the plant, and they've not managed to do it. Never mind. They got him, just about. We end up with
so stunned up, I think potentially 2 or 3 times, actually, on the back of soulcas and Jamppi's fault line, but even then, they still achieve nothing on the back of it.
Yeah, it has to be said here. If you're KRU, you're at 5-4. You're stacked up economy-wise. Team Liquid, I need to see something a little bit different from them. The default round in the previous, they just ran it a little bit too long. And I can appreciate the play to start out. It was definitely the right move, anticipating KRU's adaptation. But now that time has been a clear constraint, and KRU have shown that they can stagger out pushes. Oh, wow, there's re-aggression out of them into main. Klaus gets away with a kill, 1-to-1 trading. And soulcas, well, he's going back to try and deal with Klaus. Can't quite find him. Oh, this is an awkward duel because there's actually a teammate coming in to help. soulcas will take down Klaus. All right, well, he's got Mazino as well, never mind. Thought the trade would come through.
This Del's left now, but he's got ahead of the curve a little bit here. Link still on red alert there to find the kill, and again, very chaotic. If they want to, they kind of, I mean, they thrive in that scenario. But I don't know. It's just when you're watching Liquid in those sorts of rounds, it doesn't feel like they can repeat that.
For sure, but if they keep trading rounds back and forth the way they are, I mean, for the map that's in it, it's not that terrible of a start.
I mean, I'm just concerned for KRU's attack. Like, it's going to be fast and furious. I think that's a given.
Yeah, and with the comp that Liquid are running, there's going to be some challenges there if they're not able to win up those straight-out duels. There's a dash out, a scream! Oh my! In their faces immediately. The Blade Storm refreshed, and he's looking for more victims. Got that Phantom to work with him. He needs it. Well, not anymore. He doesn't.
Yeah. I don't know if that was a slight miscommunication there or just losing time on a smoke or what, but punished for it. And actually now, man advantage here for KRU.
Link just about managed to get into the corner after planting, and then he picks up 3! Oh, KRU absolutely stopped in their tracks. NagZ will do his best to recover this one. 2 players to take down, Link and soulcas. He knows where they both are at least. There's one of the problems already dealt with. Unfortunately, loses his life getting out of the orbital strike. 6 for
round. What a round from
right. He definitely made the right call, tucking into that corner. 1 round left to play with here. We expect to see everything on the table. Dalzik, orbital strike to work with. Team Liquid gonna have more of a vanilla round to play. They're moving in. What they did in the pistol, essentially, fast rushing a main, moving to the site, and well, KRU played retake again.
See how paranoid they are of the bait on top side. soulcas though. Has it Nivera find that? What?
Apparently, and he's TPing out as well. soulcas is reloading below them. They can hear him. They know that he's there, but they can't get him because Jamppi, he owns that position. Every time he takes a duel there, he gets 2. I don't know how.
I mean, I'm worried. Liquid almost need to fight fire with fire here. But yes, KRU can be one-dimensional. It's looking pretty all in here in the pistol, so I'll hold that thought for the time being and see how far KRU get with this.
Oh, they've slowed it down just a smidge. I'm looking up above. Nivera's got a shorty to play with. He's going to try to TP out of there. This is some nasty gameplay, but they're avoiding him completely, moving in towards the site, leaving him in a pretty tough spot. Oh, no, maybe he's not in a tough spot. He's able to get one. That is just disgusting. And now 3 bullets in his headhunter to try to take fights after.
Let's see if they can set up comfortably. Yeah, I mean, the wall's going to slow things down at least for Crew, but they almost need a kill here. Slowing it down is not enough. Scream's actually going to find one. NagZ will fall.
Yeah, that's the headhunter removed completely. Now they can start looking towards the side, or so you would think. But the kills come in quickly for Crew. Klaus and Delzik doing a damn good job. And that frenzy up close boosted up as well. It's tearing them apart, but
wait,
Liquid, they bounce back in a second. Blink and you miss it as 8-5 goes on the scoreboard.
How?
I don't know.
Even know everything went right for Crew there. I mean, it's heartbreaking to lose out when you feel like...
He has been unreal. He's currently 13-8. And remember, a lot of those duels were like over towards A site short when he gets stunned and takes 2 players down.
Sand. That's the start and end of that story. Sand.
Sand, exactly. Oh, wow. Things have been hard and coarse for Crew so far. There's been a rough start, we'll say that. Coming in, though, force buy. They've gone for a pretty decent investment, and, well, they're on the site, having lost 1 player.
Same balls come up, though, behind the smoke. Will slow things down. And Liquid should be able to just take a breather here. Scream actually going to find Mazino. soulcas now.
Oh, Klaus.
Unnoted yet. Yeah, Klaus, you got to be careful, dude.
No, Klaus. Good night and sweet dreams. Yeah, that's one of the problems with playing against a Neon on this map, in particular defensive side. They can rotate so damn quickly. Not just to reinforce, but to flank. And that's where you really want to have NagZ online for like the whole round, because you need to have that flank security.
And potentially, I mean, this could be kind of the first map right here, to be honest with you. They're 1 buy round away from closing the map out then.
Yep, and they're going to start to have ults coming online!
Nivera, man.
How can he get away with that? A second kill landed, he's back on the site and ready for more!
Just to have the absolute cheek to still commit to the second strike. I mean, again, the first kill's so disconnected from the death pool, right? That he does have a little space to do, but again, just Nivera things.
Scream's flanked up behind as you see Mazino going down, and well, this is about as easy as they come. The stun, oh, there you. Well, we'll pretend we didn't see that.
Yeah.
Well, no one saw it. I blinked during that. Would win. It's going to be a disaster.
It's looking pretty invested right now up towards Bridge. I mean, a little bit of presence shown towards Dish right now. Actually, will force away soulcas, so at least space found initially, but can they convert this?
He did not just try to running, jumping, shoot someone with a Marshall. If he had have hit that.
He did.
You're a bad person, Nivera. I hope you know that.
I mean, it's actually pretty huge. If he gets a kill, Tour de Force is online.
Look at this, though. Crew all the way over on the B side. They made that early noise. They showed a lot of players, and now they're going to reap the rewards of those rotates that have come through. Team Liquid on a low buy. They know they're going to be much more sporadic, much more likely to stack up a site with limited information. So they've made the right call, going towards the light side. But
how quickly the wall's dealt with this time around.
Yeah, because Liquid started to rotate. Oh, if he fires that off.
Oh my god.
Oh, I did not like that. I did not like that at all. This is getting very, very scary, Hypuck, because Crew, they've got 2 less players. Team Liquid have all their utility, and that Rolling Thunder, they need to find a kill off the back of it, and they can't.
He's going to ult that? Yeah, to post it towards spawn.
Oh man, none of these duels are working out. Crew finally have Klaus stepping it up, but it's too little too late. A bonus round for Team Liquid, and I'll say that looked like a very convincing bonus as well. They are certainly in control of this game.
I mean, I get the intention. Actually, they have the benefit of Liquid drifting away from the side, but they don't have the chamber utility to rely on, right? Mm-hmm. They almost walk
just after the wall breaks with a bulldog, and he was spraying the wall. That's the best part. He wasn't even trying to kill anyone. That's the unluckiest thing in the moment that it happened as well. Look at this aggression out of soulcas. It's time to get back, though, because they've got pistols, and I think he's already learned his lesson about giving them rifles for free.
Okay, luckily soulcas is still there. We'll find his third eventually traded out. Scream now 6 HP. We're going to try and farm up a couple of these ecos now, but here's the next step. Well, there was the next step. NagZ going to pretty quickly deal with Jamppi. Scream tagged up, so he can't even concede a body shot right now. Actually, the Spectre will make it even more difficult for him, but the flank's already coming through. See already Link and Nivera both posted up. Find the first.
What?
Oh, okay.
That was great damage. If you consider
it
ends up connecting ahead so far, haven't been able to do anything.
Any double uppers?
Why not?
You want to play? Let's play.
Jamppi and Nivera with operators, that's a pretty scary thought.
Justin, they're both towards A as well. Jamppi's on rope, so again, this deep trap. NagZ spotted by it as well. That's the default line on the back of the trap as well will slow things down, but Jamppi now, look at it, he can just post up on this angle.
Fault line came in so quickly. Oh, KRU already moving towards the site, but yeah, there's Jamppi ready on the angle. Doesn't catch the second player coming down, but they've already done enough at this point. Gotta be happy leaving them with a man disadvantage as the plant comes through. Take a look at what KRU have to work with. One away from Res. They would absolutely love a kill from Mazino right now. Nothing on offer for Team Liquid. As they just slow this down, they're gonna look to push a player out of position. It's Mazino in the back site that's being pushed. Good flash though, gets him into safety. They'll keep the players alive on KRU for now. That duel has to be taken eventually, and it's Team Liquid to speed it up. soulcas already moving into the back of the site. He's just distracting them, waiting for the wall to go down. soulcas is just tearing them to shreds. He shouldn't have been able to do that much damage. And in the end, it's Team Liquid's map 13-5. A solid performance in a map that we weren't really sure what to expect from. I'll tell you what, people at home didn't get to see the fake agent select we had earlier.